Good evening, all, and welcome to my live broadcast number 221. Having a little bit of trouble trying to log on at the moment, but we'll get there. Be a bit slow, and it's taking so long to load up pages. So I'm going to share it straight away. Share the page. Put that one.
I think it might be YouTube, you know?
Right, I'm just gonna see if I can load a page up so we can. I don't know if it's gonna load. Oh, here we go. So instead of going through the blog, I'm not going to do the blog. I'm just going to go straight into something else. Just got to get that page up first. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right here. It's the public announcement. I'll just do one more. Okay. So, Pringle Private Society, the Billion Coin, the Global Sharing and Eleemosynary Society. And this is the public announcement as of October 1st to 2018. It's quite a long one, this one, but yeah. Okay. Public announcement is directed to current members of the Worldwide Private Society. It has been known since March 2016 as the Billion Coin, or TBC, as well as to all parties, both public and private, who may have an interest in this information. The intent of this announcement is to inform our members of important changes and refinements to our structure that are being implemented at this time to better serve our members and more accurately portray the nature and character of our society. Our private membership association and our global mission. This has been undertaken to better define exactly what our society membership community is and has always been since our inception. These changes and refinements are a result of further research and investigation into the necessary compliance requirements of the global system. This relates to laws pertaining to monetary systems, public versus private currencies, and other matters. We have always, since the beginning, directed our efforts in creating the Billion Coin to be in full compliance with all laws and jurisdictions, while at the same time providing the solutions we have developed to relieve global poverty for all people in this world. With our new research and investigation, we have determined that certain use of language was misleading or potentially able to be misconstrued. Therefore, the time for clarity and precision is now upon us as a community. Certain foundational components of our private society and membership association were inferred but not necessarily precisely conveyed with our choice of language and presentation. Thus, we now see that we must correct previous errors and mistakes, whether done by commission or omission, and more properly present to our membership and the world at large what exactly we are and what we are not. In regard pursuant to this announcement, we wish to define the fundamental points and principles to achieve clarity for all concerned. These points are as follows. TBC Community was founded as a private society and a private contract association and continues as such to this day. It will always be defined exactly by these two phases. A private society is not incorporated in any jurisdiction and is established upon the right of all people to have and express the paramount right of self-determination and private association. As an incorporated body, politically we do not derive our existence from any external authorization, but by the will and intent of the members of the society. At the same time, we honor and respect the laws of all nations and do not encourage any member to do otherwise. It is of the highest importance in our principles of association that we remain in honor and peace with all people and all nations. Our society is founded upon a mission purpose with stated principles. The mission purpose will soon be formally defined in a published mission statement, while at the same time, since our inception, we have put forward the principles that in fact define our mission and purpose in various written presentations, both public and private. Mission and principles are simple and pure. We are here to provide the people of the world a tool to alleviate all poverty and suffering for all people. This tool puts into the hands of the people the right of self-empowerment. A private contract association is a group of people who come together to form a mutual basis of association, a mutual benefit society in which all benefit from the structure, tools, and principles of the societies through to and are shared by all the members. A private society and private contract association, styled as a mutual benefit society, is not owned by any individual. They exist by the will of the members and are established on the basis of privately contracting to an agreed upon set of rules and activities. These rules have already been made clear since our beginning as to what is required to be a member of our society and association in good standing. As a member in good standing, one has the benefit of using the bullion coin and the crinkle currency as private medium of exchange. One of our mistakes was naming the currency as a form of money, which we now realize is not accurate, and this will soon be corrected. The term money carries certain legal definitions and implications. Thus, by this announcement, we are making it clear that any and all use of terms such as money, dollar, euro, or other similar words and references was done in error and mistake. We therefore hereby issue our formal apology and declaration of intent to correct such mistakes forthwith and with the utmost expediency possible. TBC and Kringle are not commercial instruments or negotiable paper as those terms are defined in domestic and international legal systems. Any implications, interference, or aspirations to the contrary were done in error And again, we apologize for any misunderstanding or confusion caused by our inaccurate use of language, all, all of which will soon be corrected on our website and any other materials available, either public or private. TBC and Kringle are not in any way a security instrument. They do not secure any interest in any instrument, value, commodity, asset, or account. They are not privately issued medium of exchange available only to members of a private mission society and private contract association pursuant to and according to its private rules of membership and participation. The inherent value that they represent is only the life force and spiritual value of our private society members. We are a global sharing and eleemosynary society. Sharing is derived by private contract agreement to share our value and life force with each other for mutual support and benefit. TBC and Kringle are a private currency, which means it is designed to flow through a channel much like a river as a current and flows through its course, while electricity has a current that flows through wires that provide the value of kinetic work to light our homes and run our factories. We share the common purpose and value of using our life force as a current that flows through the course of our system, which is made up of living men, women, and children. Eleemosynary means charitable, and we define our society as such because we believe in the true charity of kindness, giving, sharing, and supporting lives of integrity and respect. As we all work together to build this global community, we are providing true giving and sharing for all who participate. Any use of reference to commercial terms or comparative value ratios against national currencies or precious metals is only for comparative purposes and does not impute any direct or secured relationship to such instruments or assets. Any misconstruction of this in the past was done by mistake and error, for which we apologize and shall rapidly correct as stated herein. Any interference that TBC or Kringle as a medium of investment is entirely inaccurate. Once again, any language in previous materials, websites, or presentations that may have engendered such mistakes interferences shall be corrected. Any statements that our private medium of exchange carried fungible potential with public currencies was never inferred or intended. Henceforth, we shall use the formal names of our organization as the Kringle Private Society and the TBC Private Contract Association. Our mission statement and related materials to this effect will be forthcoming and made available to the public via our two official websites. We do not accept any misconstruction of our society, purpose, principles, or association that might be founded on any other public medium. Example, YouTube, social media platforms, individual websites. Only formally authorized materials shall henceforth be considered acceptable to represent these entities, and such materials will always be issued under the formal seal of the Society, which is currently being developed and will soon be announced on our website. On such announcement, all material, brochures, publicly accessible web pages, and any other medium of communication will display the seal, and only the TBC administrative team shall be authorized to use said seal. In the near future, articles of association will be published for the Private Contract Association. All current and future members will be required to electronically sign and accept the articles in order to continue with their membership. These articles will comprise the contractual basis of our association, thus fulfilling the requirements of a private contract association, henceforth also referred to as PCA. These articles will contain already existing rules of membership with the addition of a few required stipulations to properly reflect the information presented in this announcement. As a private society, the Kringle Private Society has full authority to create its own form of governance, law form, court, and private treasury. These will be established to better serve and protect the interests of our members, and will be available to every member for the settlement of disputes and other such basic principles of balanced society of men, women, and children. It will take time to properly fulfill these requirements, and all other members will be kept informed as to the progress thereof. We request the understanding and patience of our members in this process. Our purpose and mission includes the education of our members so that they grow into properly informed and intelligent members of private society and the larger world society of our respective countries and the world as a whole. In months to come, we shall be implementing tools for such education so that our members can be successful with TBC and Kringle and understand how to use it for their benefit and the mutual benefit of all of our members. With such education, some of the terms and points contained in this announcement and in future material will be clarified so that we proceed forward together as a well-educated body politic, all competent and educated people that are here in association to benefit ourselves, the communities and nations in which we live and work, and the world as a whole. The only value that TBC and Kringle carry is that the mutual benefit confidence of our private members. We hold the value of every human being on this planet to be of highest order pursuant to our privately held beliefs and conscience. All of our members comprise the collective value of our society as the ecclesia defined as the body of the congregation, that is, the living body of our congregation together. We are not denominational and non-heretical body of living beings. This is the definition of a body politic. Thus, we consider our society to be an ecclesial body, let it commune from the public, commercial and corporate jurisdictional authorities of constituted national bodies politic. We do not ascribe to any given religion, path, or other denomination or belief or creed, while at the same time we support all of our members in the pursuit of their own right of self-determination to uphold individual beliefs and modes of living through private and personal conscience. The only exclusion to this principle is against those who would use our society to promote violence or harm to others. This includes an absolute forbiddance of any illicit use of our private medium of exchange in any manner to take advantage of another or to transgress the domestic laws of the nations in which one lives. We are here to promote peace and prosperity for all human beings and all living things in this world. The Kringle Society has been established in conformity and in alignment with the Pantera de Oro Private Society. All records of the Kringle Private Society are secured and held in private permanent archival system of records of the Pantera de Oro Society Court of the Ecclesia. We are in full alignment with the globally published Declaration of Intention of the Pantera de Oro Private Society and formally adopt the principles contained therein. As a member of the Pantera de Oro Private Society, we are aligned with and included therein to the formal announcement to all world administrative bodies and the offer of treaty of peace and cessation of hostilities presented to the Holy See via Nuncio of Washington District of Columbia. We are at peace with all public entities and institutions worldwide, neutral in the public and proceeding in peaceful harmony and comity with all agencies, departments, and authorities of any and all public entities of national character. Henceforth, all public communication shall, under the seal of the Kringle Private Society and the international flag of peace. To all our current members, please be patient as we undertake the necessary changes as described in this announcement. We will have abundant details ready to provide within our private member enclosures in weeks and months to come. The changes being undertaken will assure a stronger and more resilient membership for all of us for the fulfillment of our mission and the prosperity of all. Thank you for your patience and consideration and continuing support. Finally, we wish to address something that is currently in progress with respect to any inquiry being conducted by the Securities Exchange Commission, SEC for short, of the United States. Some of our members are aware of this, but most are not. Thus, we want to be clear and above board on this point so that all are aware of the situation and understand it properly. This inquiry is a legal process by an authorized government agency. We understand that this is being done with most of all crypto and digital currencies to determine if any given currency is in fact structured or promoted as a security as such would be defined by United States laws. As we all know, many new currency coins and tokens are being created now and have been for several years through a type of offering known as initial coin offering, ICO for short. This is, of course, similar to what occurs when a private company decides to take a corporation public by contracting with a market maker to underwrite an initial public offering, IPO. So obviously, there are similarities in language and function. Mm. An IPO sells stocks in a company that is backed by the assets of the corporation and is promoted on the basis of future earnings. The securities this secures the shares of stock by the assets and thus is a security within the scope of US law, and the SEC has jurisdiction over such securities to regulate and control them within the public markets. That agency is called the Securities Exchange Commission. Of course, it regulates and oversees the ongoing exchange of securities through normal market functions. When ICOs first came out, they offered coin or tokens or cash, usually denominated in United States dollars, over which the United States and its agencies have jurisdiction. The coins issued were secured against the cash raised by the offering of oftentimes by an asset base such as real estate that were explicitly stated in the back on to back the coin. This then became a form of security and thus the SEC has been investigating many of these coins to determine whether they are security or not, and if so, to bring them into the regularity environment of their jurisdictions. In the case of TBC and Kringle, we do not fall into this category. We have never made any claim that TBC and Kringle are a form of secured interest in assets or public funds. We are not in the jurisdiction of the United States because we are not a corporate entity in that jurisdiction and do not derive our authority to exist or operate from said jurisdiction. We have always been clear that we are a private society and private member organization. We now realize that we made a mistake in referencing the value of TBC and Kringle in dollar terms, and this was corrected earlier this year. We now make reference grains of gold, but to be absolutely clear, we have never declared either publicly or privately that the currency of TBC and Kringle are secured or backed by gold, only using a grain of gold as a reference point. The value of TBC is simply and solely the value of living beings who participate in our private society by and through our private contract association. When any member joins the TBC community, they contract to abide by the rules that we publish. We will soon be expanding the details of our structure with written and educational materials to reflect this. But since inception, we have only been a private member organization, and the value of our currency is nothing more than the value of our membership. So for many members who are currently under a subpoenaed by the SEC to provide data and information. We encourage you to be fully cooperative with their inquiry and at all times tell the truth as best as you know and understand it. We have nothing to hide or avoid, so the truth is always the best policy. We firmly believe that in the end this inquiry will prove the statements we have made here, and the SEC will determine that we are not offering security, help, have never made any sort of initial coin or public offerings, and do not promote any secured interests. TBC for domestic currency. TBC and Pringle are private mediums of exchange to be used to promote equitable exchange between private parties for goods and services. If some members have exchanged TBC for domestic currency of any country, then they should consult professionals as to any legal requirements that may entail as far as taxation, reporting or other considerations with respect to the home country of residence or domicile. This also includes if the exchange of a private medium of exchange for goods and services in your domestic jurisdiction might carry any tax implications. We will always encourage our members to recognize the truth of the statement that all persons liable to report and pay income taxes must do so in conformity with local law. In the near future, we will be formally structuring our society, BCA, and community with more precise detail as to what is acceptable and proper with respect to exchange and use our private medium of exchange known as TBC and Kringle. Okay, this concludes our public announcement at this time and date. I will stop sharing and we'll come back live. Where are we? There we go. There we go. Of course, I had trouble loading up earlier before the broadcast. I had to jump to something. I didn't have the time to select anything out of the blog, but anyway, that carried us through the night. And I finished a little bit late. I'd like to thank Brother Rosera, Sister Carol, and my wife Bex, my moderator, and George Wahori, and also the two that are watching the live broadcast. Thank you once again, and I'll be broadcasting tomorrow same time. Hopefully I can get on a bit earlier, have something structured in place, read out, other than that 7-page public notice. Anyway, once again, thank you so much, and God be with you, and peace to all.